Hello, something a bit different for this next video. Up to now I've only shown off my Warhammer 40k stuff on the Tau, but now I'm going to show you some of my Warmachine. I actually got into the Warmachine a little bit before I got back into the Warhammer, so these are the models I was painting before I started on my Tau collection. What I've got basically, it's quite a small army because that's the nature of Warmachine compared to 40k. Let's start. I've got here the Butcher of Khador, I think it is. Is it Khador? Could be Khador. Anyway, he's the Butcher. He's a tough, big model. Quite happy with the way I've painted this guy. Got quite a bit of detail on him. I've got the Khador symbol on his little chest shield piece there. Got some slight weathering on his giant axe, some rust going on there, bit of edge highlighting on the red, bit of detail on the base as well. I've gone for a not snowy but more an icy gravel frozen landscape with it. And these were actually painted, they were using the Khador red, but the GW Mech red was used for the base coats and for the actual bases down there. Yet to see what the new GW paints are like for that. I'll probably be using Mephiston red in the future when my Mech actually runs out. So that's that guy. You don't want to mess with him. And then I've got the starter. It's the two Warjacks from the new resin plastic starter set, but that's actually not the Commander Shorter that comes with it. This is a metal one, an earlier model, but I preferred this one. I thought it was a bit more interesting to look at than the other one, so I gave her a very red look. She looks a little bit like a Santa Claus actually, but yeah, I didn't do a very good job on her face. It's a little bit ghoulish, but that's alright. Here is my Destroyer. He's pretty neat. I tried to give it a kind of stripy effect on the ammo there. It's not amazing, but it gets you the idea. Excuse me. Yeah, and you can see there's the Khador symbol again on his little flap there, and up there. And I numbered them with a 1 or a 2 on the fronts, just so I could easily identify them on the battlefield a little bit quicker, because I'm not very good at identifying things. I'm a bit slow. Right, and here's the Juggernaut, the guy with a nice giant claw. Get in there and smash things up. These kits were quite hard to put together, I found actually. They look simple, but a lot of the pieces don't immediately fit together how you think they would. And I had a bit of trouble with mould lines as well. I didn't want to kind of take off the rivets as I was trying to clean up those legs there, so I didn't do a brilliant job cleaning those up. But like I say, I was just getting back into it anyway. I didn't really have all the equipment back then. Maybe I'll do a better job if I got another one. And there's my Manhunter. I had a little accident with him yesterday. His left arm fell off, so I've glued that back on this morning and touched up the paint on him a little bit, but he's cool as well. Actually got some facial detail on this guy. I'm fairly happy with how the face came out, because I'm usually a little bit hopeless at the faces. Here's my Widowmaker Marksman, mounted on a taller base. just a cork with a bit of a cut off on it. You can tell it's a cork from the back too, obviously, perhaps, but I like it. And it's got these cool little buttons. Oh, there we go, losing the picture. He's got little buttons and gold all the way up his coat. And then the unit he tends to accompany is the Widowmakers. There. And again, pretty nice models these. Privateer Pressed, they do nice human characters. Kind of, they got that steampunk thing going on, but they've also got a very kind of, they look real. They don't look like they're from a fantasy world. They look like they could exist in a real world. So that's where we are with those. This guy's got psycho eyes. And that's about it for what I've got painted on the Khador right now. My next task with those is these guys. The Man of War Shock Troopers, I believe they are. Man of War Shock Troopers, yes. 5 of those. They're the new, relatively new kits that came out, I think, at the end of last year. Really nicely detailed guys. Pretty huge as well. They're almost as big as a Warjack. Certainly as big as some of the light Warjacks. So when you get 5 of those standing side by side in a unit, they can be pretty daunting on the battlefield. I'm quite looking forward to getting those guys painted up. I think that'd be nice. And that's it. That's my Khador army. I hope you enjoyed this video.